What's going on? Make sure you check out our new sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They pay cash for smartphones and tablets. Like and share their social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, and websites in the description for a chance to win an iPhone. What you waiting on? Hurry up and get that iPhone.
All right, Royce the 5'9" was on Hip Hop DX, and I seen this interview a couple days ago. Meant to do a video on it, but Lupe responded, so it made the video even that much better. And he explained why Lupe Fiasco can't replace Joe Budden in Slaughterhouse. So let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check our music entertainment playlist for more videos like this. And Royce the 5'9" has been making the rounds around the media. Believes he has a new album out. Talked about T Grizzly, Eminem, a lot of different things with the Breakfast Club. That he was at Hot 97, and he stopped by Hip Hop DX to explain why Lupe could never replace Joe Budden. And he really had a good response, and it was very tasteful. It wasn't like, oh, Lupe is whack and he can never fit in. No, Royce the 5'9" gave a mature answer that Lupe couldn't get mad at, or Joe Budden couldn't get mad at. But let's get into it. If you need to reach out, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Email if you have business question, inquiry, response, video request, all the information is in the description. And Royce the 5'9" said this: "It will never happen." Royce told Hip Hop DX, "Nobody can replace Joe. Nobody can replace anybody from Slaughterhouse. He Lupe, no group replacement guy. He's a great. He's not just in MC. He's a master. It takes on a completely different form." So basically, he also went on to say in an interview that I'll link in the description under source link, to say that, if you put Lupe in a group, it's just a totally different group. It replaces the group's DNA. I'm paraphrasing here. And they will take on a different form. That Slaughterhouse, they all vibe and they all have a connection that you just can't replace from any of the members. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that was a very, very tasteful response on why Lupe couldn't join. Now, if you don't know, Lupe asked to replace Joe Budden in Slaughterhouse. I can see Lupe fitting in. People, when Lupe came out with Food and Liquor, Click Push, it was during the trap era. A lot of people I went to school said he was a weirdo. I ain't listening to it. And didn't want to elevate and open their mind. But now everybody dressing like a rock star and a skateboarder and a white rock star. You feel me? And now they change. Now they got open minds thanks to the emasculation of hip hop. But that's another conversation for another day. Lupe Twitter name was just weird as hell. He said too, "Man, y'all Royce the 5'9" just eloquently said, 'Hell no' to my request to replace Joe Budden in Slaughterhouse." He put the crying Jordan face up. So he was serious, but it just would be a different group. But he right. Joe Budden brings just something different. You know what I'm saying? When you a group and y'all done did so many projects and songs together, it's just hard to replace the DNA. Like some of them old soul groups where they add in David Ruffin or they add in a lead singer. I just think they got a different connection, especially since they are a dying breed of lyrical rap artists. Rap groups. You don't see boy bands around no more either. You don't see groups like Temptations or Color Me Bad, or you don't see none of them groups, New Edition no more. It's a lot more solo acts out here because of the money is funny. Nobody want to split the money 3, 4, 5 ways, but Slaughterhouse individually, they all had pretty good careers on a hardcore rap level. And, they really don't actually need the money. I think they do the music because they vibe so well and it's so popular, man. But, could I see them, doing, a project or doing a feature with Lupe or doing a mixtape with Lupe? I can see it happen. I can see Lupe fitting in. But, the problem with Lupe is a lot of people just thought he was too weird and he didn't conform his music to fit, during the trap era. That's when he really was popular, when that Gucci, Jeezy era, T.I. era was out, Rick Ross era, and people saying Kick Push was weird and all that. And people didn't want to open their mind to what he was talking about. And it was he made a lot of analogies, and, he's a dope MC. You know what I'm saying? But, most people rather listen to Chief Keef, G Herbo, I don't know about Lil Reese, but Lil Durk and some of them other dudes out of Chicago. And, Kanye West was perceived to be better than him because West always kept a ghostwriter. So West was able to change with music. He just changed ghostwriters, from Ron Fest, Kid Cudi, to who else, and Travis Scott. And a lot of people was writing for him, and that's why, Kanye West and Drake is able to, form with music. At the end of the day, people say, well, damn, this dude ain't transitioned to this era well. A lot of times you got guys that transition to era well. They got writers that help them, kind of transition. Like Drake, you can tell, he's a biter. He can go with the wave, not because he talented to go enough for the wave, because he keep a ghostwriter on deck. But that's another conversation for another day in itself. But, with Lupe, like I said before, I can see it fitting. But I just think they would just be a totally different group. I do agree. And you wouldn't want to replace Joe Budden. You know, Joe Budden to be in his feelings on his podcast. You know, he be trying to get his spot back. But, you know, he ain't going to do nothing with Slaughterhouse if you don't understand why Joe is kind of separated himself. Not because of the members, because of him and his beef with Eminem. And he said Eminem album was trash. Eminem wanted him to lie on, I forget which album it was. I stopped listening to Eminem after the Eminem show. Very long time ago. I think it's his best album that I heard. But he just said his shit was trash. And he was being honest. And Eminem didn't like it. And, and basically Joe said, after doing his podcast, he want to be a boss. And he don't want to be an employee no more. He want ownership and want Slaughterhouse to be their independent group without a label behind them. And, it is what it is. When you make it on your own and you got your own platform, you don't want to go back to work with somebody. Entrepreneurship is very, very contagious. You know what I'm saying? It's very addictive. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let me know what you think in the comment section. You need to reach out for business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or sponsorship. My email's in the description. Email and Twitter is the quickest way to get in touch with me. You just want to chop it up, or you got a question, a video request. Check out our music entertainment playlist. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is just hit that share button.